Okay, greetings. Join us. All right, going to messages into the Q&A. All right, blessings. Not sure. I'm just coming through actually. Okay, there you go. Greetings. This is Archangel Michael. Blessings. I believe this is not new for many, but to bring it up that everyone in their own way has some kind of DNA of the angelic realm. You can use it for different reasons. It does protect you while you're here. Of course, that protection can also be attacked and lose its power. It all depends on what happens to you. Like drugs and alcohol can lower its vibration. I mean, you have your inner spirit, your light. We also have an energy around you from the angelic realm that protects you. It is actually within your DNA. But of course, others have a demonic energy and they use it very well, as you can see here, that causes spells around your planet at this time. So as humanity evolves more on a spiritual level, of course, many are already feeling the energies connected to Ariel, Gabriel, Raphael. They're feeling that energy protection. And more of that will come more clear as the Earth, once again, evolves into a different light. It's not always going to make itself completely understood, but it has its own, you can say, energy matrix. As the Earth goes into more of a higher frequency, you can literally see it. Well, in your energy field, others can detect it. Of course, others can manipulate it too. You can say that's going on at this time because so much of low vibrations here. So there are lower dimensional angels that are here that are manipulating reality. So they have their hold over society, kind of like a circle of low vibrations that goes around on the Earth. Send your energies, blessings to you. Greetings to you. We are the Elohim. There are many generations this will work off what you are building today. They are doing it now, but they're not fully understanding what you're bringing into this environment. It is a lot to handle. And of course, there's a lot of distractions going on the Earth at this time. The idea is to continue, of course, to be yourself and to share your energies. And what needs to be remembered in this reality will be remembered. It doesn't have to be a lot. It could be small. It could be large. It doesn't really matter. Whatever, your energy is always working. And many of you actually leave the Earth and connect to the crystal vibrations that are here for future generations. So it's people of the future that are very connected to crystals are actually connected to their ancestors, the Earth's ancestors. So many of you are turning into crystal vibrations here. And eventually become more clear when it's necessary to become clear to you, but some of you can actually see it. That's what many can to the higher frequencies. They're obsessed with it because that's what they're used to. But also they're not, they might be used to it, but they don't always remember how this world works. They see positive timelines, but they don't always realize that the positive timelines don't always fit here. They can, but it might be a fraction of it. It might be a small piece of it, like 1 or 2%, depends on what it is. As humanity is still learning through the old timelines, still healing from the ancient world. If you're not willing to let go of the ancient world stays with you for a long time within these ancestry families. And if you're not recognizing it, how can you release it? Most aren't ready to release it. They're reliving old lifetimes, actually. least the future generations of their families are. So, brings to you. We are the felines. We are the Lyrans. You do have a very close connection to you. Yes, it might not always make itself clear. It's not intended to, because you're here to be human. You're not here to be feline. Of course, some of you do act like felines. Of course, many act like reptilians. Many act like everyone acts like what they act like. There's a lot of animal comparisons you can make. Actually, feline beings are known to talk a lot, actually, in other realities. And those are others that are like to laugh a lot, the hyena, laughing hyena. But for feline beings, or for most beings, yes, it's a hands off of humanity. That's why we have to be general with our messages. We have no choice. We can help in some ways. But most of the time, we're just there to not really trying to cause frustration, but not to give you the full answer and for you to figure things out. So we can give hints. And it's frustrating for being a human because you just want the answer, but we can't always do that. It's even if we wanted to give it to you, we could. Not the full answer to everything. Not that we have all of it. So yes, it's frustrating. It's not supposed to be frustrating, but someone a quick lottery ticket to the better life, as you know, and that can get more difficult if you just go with reality and just flow with the best of your ability. Use your abilities the best as you can. You're doing much, but others resist it. They fight it. They want it quick. They want the quick, transformation. They want to get over the pain and move to the light, but they're not always ready to do so. So there's many of us here are basically more of like a collective frequencies. There's like 12 of us here. You can call us the 12 if you want. Happy to answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings to you all.
Hello, greetings, Lyran. Blessings to you. Thank you for coming in. I love that message. I was definitely, resonated with, you can't really just push it, because you want it right now. I've kind of gone through that on with my root chakra, definitely. All right. Enough about that. Up first this evening, we got Daria.
Hey there, I was going to ask you guys anyway, what's about the Lyrans? What do the Felines and what do you want to tell me, collective? I heard champagne. The first word like before like saying champagne. No, like okay, whatever.
Well, I get only thing we're seeing with at least the champagne is that there are feline lifetimes where life is working as you'd like it to.
They're like a fountain and a champagne, yeah.
Yeah, it's of course as a human, of course you have other human lifetimes. Of course you have lifetimes as a scarecrow.
Me as a scarecrow, I thought
Yeah.
that was my ex, dude.
No, but you can do that too. I'll give them all
Okay.
the credit.
No, I don't. No, no.
But yeah, that's more of like a champagne life, you can say. I believe there's also human lifetimes are not really going into details. Of course, a lot of your lifetimes are not really human. They're more of just in the, like I said, in the astral. You don't really have you have a body,
Mine.
but
Yeah.
it's not restricted to one form, as you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly a shapeshifter energy. You have figured that out. Of course, you're around the gods a lot, as you probably know, the god beings. Of course, you
Yeah.
are a god being, but you're around a lot of god beings.
Yeah.
That's why you understand them so well.
Yeah.
They're like Loki.
Yeah. That's like Loki. It's like when I watch Loki stories and I'm like, I think that might be me sometimes.
Sometimes, I mean, there's like a Loki collective. So,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's a devil
well,
collective also.
it
Now
seems
have
like,
fun figuring out who's the real one.
well, from what you see, some of your energies are kind of forbidden to be shown. Everything that you've, like your Loki connections, not all that's allowed to be on this planet.
Yeah. I love that energy also. So any messages from my beloved uh, soul that I shared my moments with, and she was a feline baby.
Oh, yes. Well, she feels that she's your boss.
Fuck her. Sorry.
If she's your
No.
boss, she feels that she's your, I don't know why says she's your mistress.
What the
Everyone.
the audacity she has.
She's like a Sheba, Queen of Sheba.
Yeah.
She just feels like she can rule. She says, "You think your mom's a pain? She's worse."
I love her.
But she,
Yeah.
yeah, she pushes you around. I mean, she's kind of like an old grandmother, you could say.
Cool.
So, well, that's why you're so connected to her. She doesn't let you push her. Not that you push anybody around, but she pushes your buttons.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
She likes to drive.
Probably. What?
She likes to drive
Yeah.
the car or
I.
something like that. She'll push you to the side.
Yeah. Yeah. She's. Just needed her to come into my dream reality instead of other beings for a moment. So, well, you might visit as well.
Yeah.
Your collective. So, thank you for the nice messages and
That's
have
nice.
cool channeling with
Nice.
this group. Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Heria.
Greetings,
Brings to you.
Lyran.
Yes.
I have a question from your collective. I was wondering if you have any special message for me.
Well, it's like you're kind of backtracking. Meaning you're making sure you don't make the same mistakes twice anymore. I feel like you're doing a lot of clearing in the past. You might not be thinking about it too much, but you probably feel that your intentions, you don't want to go through what you've been through. You want a new experience, a new vibration, and it's slowly coming in. You also have a lot of Egyptian connections. I think you have some idea of that.
Egyptian connection?
Yes, it's a great deal. They're not going into details, but there's just a lot of it. I believe that's one of the reasons why you came here is to, use your intuition, what you feel from that time, if you wish. It's not an easy time to look at.
Yeah, I'm trying, but it's like you said, it's not easy.
Well, I believe it's blocked. It's like crystal or some kind of. It seems like in the museums, some kind of. If you're interested, you doesn't even have to go to a museum, but you can look up online. We feel mummies. The not the mummy itself, but with their sleep.
I know.
And you can look at that and see what you feel. I don't know. This King Tut, there's a connection, but also raw.
Interesting.
It's just deep. It's just heavy. That's all.
Okay. My second question, I was wondering, do you have anything for my oldest girl, Erleta? She's studying in Oslo, and she's living with some of her mates. And I was wondering, is she going to be okay with her studies in the future?
Yeah, she just gets distracted a lot, as you probably know. Of course, you wouldn't be asking.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Yeah, she gets distracted by her friends, and I'm not sure if there's drug use there or not. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
Okay. It just she distraction. It just She knows she needs to do better, obviously. But if you need a reminder, I think she gets mad, but she still knows she needs it. So she needs like you get the energy. She
Yeah.
needs a kick in the ass every once in a while.
I'm trying. She's like 19, and I'm worried because she's very young. And like a mother, I need to be like a role to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying as good as I can, but it's not easy because she's living alone over there and she's partying a lot, and I'm kind of worried.
Well, she's like a functioning party goer, you know, meaning that she can do her schoolwork, but still party at the same time. She's multi-talented.
Yeah.
Well, you see, she'll make it through it. She does get lazy at times because it's not that interesting schoolwork. That's why. But when she wants to do it, she'll do it. So she does everything last minute, for what I could see.
Yeah, like I did before. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, just just talk to her. You don't have to nag her, but
okay.
What you feel is best. Yeah,
great. Thank you.
Keep getting from her guides. She doesn't listen to her guides either. So listen to anybody. She knows she has a voice of reason within herself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Blessings. Up next week, ask Steve.
Hello, Lyrans.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings to you. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Much love to y'all. Thank you for coming in. Since y'all are here, I would love if you could tap in just any the Lyran Collective, maybe more information about my past lives as a Lyran, or just any messages y'all have for me. Thank you.
Well, there's been a lot of galactic wars you're connected to. Yes, the tall felines. Some of them are blue. They had disconnects. They had difficulties with a lot of the Orion beings, even the Syrian beings. It's just that there's feline beings that are kind of like thugs, similar to your world, kind of gangster like. But yes, you have been a mechanic as a feline being. Usually you just go out to space when things get chaotic. You're known to go to different worlds. Yeah, they show something like a cargo. You fly cargo around, things like that. Of course, it's more adventurous. It's like adventure and cargo flying. You know, it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of James Bond action every once in a while. It depends on where you're.
Sweet, awesome. Thank you. And I'll just leave it open. Just connect with my guides or any beings that wish to come through for a message or anything. Thank you.
Well, just to add to it, so you don't really see. This is the add to, it's the second question, but also there are feline beings that are covered in hair, but their heads are bald. Or bald feline. Yeah, it's very strange here. I don't think you see bald cats, hairless pets, but seeing actually a bald cat's not very often. And there are also felines that are born with mohawks. Literally, that comes with their genetics. I believe you've been one of the bald cats, I can say. Even the voice of wisdom. You have been a feline being similar to like an Indian chief, but a feline being. You can probably see some of that. So I think that's what they want you to remember. Yeah, even literally dressed up as a not exactly, but similar to like an Indian being as a cat. So, all right, we'll send you blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very cool. Is that just male pattern baldness, or they're all like that?
Certain ones. Usually it's a male. The females are usually the ones with the mohawks.
Interesting.
Some males can have it too.
Very cool. All right, thanks for that. Up next we've got Silverclaw.
Greetings, guys.
Yes, greetings.
My first question. I damaged the roots in my plants a few weeks ago, and I want to know if my plan to prevent that by covering the container will work.
Yeah, it'll work to a certain extent. It won't say the flavoring seems to be decent. It's not as strong and potent as the others, but it's decent overall.
Mhm. Did I damage it when I was like messing with it? Like I was trying
Yeah,
to.
it seems like you do mess with it a little bit more than you should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's not damaged that bad, but still.
but basically, will the roots get damaged again if I just do that covering idea that I had?
No, it should be fine. As long as yes, the less you move around with it, the better.
Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, okay. That helps a lot. Thank you. My second question is any messages for me at this time?
It does seem like you're coming back more into your magic. Uh, Interesting. You've had a name in your past as being called Jehovah. I believe it's more of your Hebrew time period. So you have been technically worshipped in your past. I guess that's probably another reason why you feel so, almost insecure in this reality because of the attention you got, the backlash. For others, I just see your power because you were quite powerful in your past, and of course, you shut down a lot of your power in this reality because of just too much. It's kind of like those that have a lot of really good looks, but then they want to become ugly because they're tired of everyone looking at them. But you're using the power that is necessary here in this reality. So,
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. It's not uncommon where people have been famous before don't want to be known in this lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you. Up next we've got Lindsay.
Greetings. Hi, Lyrans. I love you. Excited to hear from you. Do you have any messages for me?
Yes, you are connected to a sense of magic to heal yourself. You're healing others around you. So it's not that you're playing a trick on others, but you don't always want to show your power, as you probably know that. You probably feel there's a lot more you can do, but it's shut off for a reason. A lot of this is see how others react and see what others do for karmic reasons. Some people that have been close to you have not exactly been the most honest. Of course, they do it again.
Yeah.
And you're taking names.
Yeah, I definitely don't want people. I don't let people know I'm, weird spiritually. But okay. So then is there something I need to heal to like come into my powers, or is it just kind of?
Well, it's obviously the people around you are kind of dampening that energy, but not in a negative way. It's just that it's the environment you feel it's necessary. You would easily change your environment if you felt it was necessary.
Yeah. Okay.
It feels like you need to be here for a reason. So you're doing exactly what you need to do.
Oh, good.
What I can see. Yeah, it is a little frustrating. You like to go full power and talk about do more, but it's kind of like you're on a secret mission, you could say.
Yes, I am. Correct. Yay. Well, thank you.
No.
Do I have a twin flame?
Yes, but there are several that can come into your environment. Well, you see one that's not behaving very well, so you're probably going to X that one off your list.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's somewhere. I don't know if you're talking to him now or not. So
I don't know any. Yeah, I don't know any. I just didn't know if I had any.
That one's hasn't met yet. So, but on an energy level, you're already connected to him right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's something that you can feel out. If you feel a blockage, I mean, it's not time right. It's most likely about them more it is about you. And also in your timeline, it might not always fit.
Oh, like they're nice and I'd like them, or is it? I didn't know if it was like somebody like rotten or something.
Well, there's one that could work, but actually spiritually aware, but not exactly the best person. Okay. There's another one that they're just not ready, and it feels like something to do with your timeline that's not necessarily the right time for a relationship.
Oh,
that's what I'm feeling.
Oh, okay. So I'll have a relationship with one of them. Okay.
Something will open up. Yeah, it feels like the more you want to communicate with others and socialize, things will start to happen. But let's see.
Oh, okay. Thank
So
you.
like you're pushing more away than bringing others to you.
Yes, definitely. Yes, I am for sure. Just trying to heal. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings, Lyrans.
Brings you.
I would like to know more about my MK Ultra. Like, it would have to be in the Earth, you know, but in a past lifetime. As much as you can tell me, like if they had me off, the good guys or bad guys or both, or just whatever you can tell me about it.
Well, we're seeing one. What is a version of you in the 1960s? It's like you're programming other people and not always knowing it. I do sense of like a politician energy. They're around other politicians, giving them advice and programming them. So others are programming you, and you're programming them. I don't think you're killing anybody or anything like that. But you were keeping others, giving others orders. It seems that are in the political groups. High up, it seems also. But this seems like it's a parallel life, but it is still affecting you though. So, because it was high, it was pretty covert but very powerful. I can see. But of course, in the secret space programs, you've had several where you've been programmed and turned to the dark side several times. It wasn't, and it was so sophisticated, it was difficult to break free of it. And that's another thing you're healing at this time. The more you know about it, the more you release it, the more that your health improves. So there's at least 6 lifetimes we've been through that, at least in the secret space program. 6.
And I guess my second question would be, anything new going on with me in the secret space program? Still around Venus and Mars, or any new missions?
Well, I feel like you're in the Pleiades right now. Just like you're healing yourself because your human self is healing. So your secret space program self is improving, because when you're going through a lot of agony here, your secret space program version was also. So It seems like it's not fully healed, but it seems like it's taking a break from the wars. It seems there's 3 planets in the Pleiades. One of the planets is called Agnes. Always has a code name for it. I feel like you're keeping an eye on different worlds right now, but you're not acting on it. So one of them is an insectoid world that's not that well known. It's kind of hidden, you could say. So there are worlds that shift their dimension. Of course, you have some idea of that, where they're kind of invisible planets. And that when you're watching is a insectoid world, which is not exactly the most positive. That one, the name of that one's not being mentioned for obvious reasons.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, very interesting. Up next, we've got Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Brings you.
Are there any messages from your collective?
See the Yeshua energy. I think that's been mentioned to you before.
Yeah.
See like you're connecting more to that power. Is also Archangel Michael's energy. It seems like yes, you have a great amount of his DNA. You're bringing it to others. A son that you have, you're healing that energy. The son has been a warrior. I think you have a son. He's been a warrior in other incarnations. So you've been actually a nurse and medic to him.
Oh, really?
It's like you kept on getting into trouble. You kept getting, I wouldn't say it blown up, but kind of. I mean, he had whims, but he just kept getting himself into difficulties. So they're there to watch over him.
Okay, so I've always been there for him, basically. His mother.
There's probably more to it than that, but that's part of it.
Oh, okay, great. And so my second question is that in the Facebook group that I'm in, we have a male co-host, and I didn't know what my connection was with him. His name is Tim.
Palladian incarnations, it seems.
Okay.
He's very telepathic. He has been similar to like a in a lifetime like a deity or something. I see others worshiping him in the past. Doesn't mean that you were, but
Okay.
it seems like he just is healing from those other lifetimes of being put on a pedestal. It seems. So,
Oh, okay.
but I definitely have a connection with him in other lifetimes. It feels like you're there to ground his energy. He's not always aware of what's going on around him.
Yeah, when I first saw him, I kind of felt like the new Earth for some reason. I don't know why. And
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
that's future Earth. Future, yeah, he's been connected to many positive realities. So
Okay.
there's been others that he's been a teacher in other realities.
Oh,
So
okay. That
that's
makes sense.
probably what you're seeing. Yeah.
Seeing. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Blessing.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Crystal.
Greetings.
Great.
Any messages for me?
There's a lot of illegal energies that you're. It's like there's blockages on the other side that is not being fully honest with you. I think it. But it's hard to get those. Well, you just have to call them out on their lies or something like that. So just don't let them get away with anything. Anything that's dishonest, you have to call them out on. That would help the process, but I guess that's what we're seeing.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to know. Okay, I don't know if you can just tell me more about, because I keep every time I keep getting my Yeshua connection. It must be very substantial. And I just maybe I thought I knew enough. Maybe I need to know more.
Well, it's just that you have that Christ consciousness with you.
Okay.
So when the messages aren't so Yeshua connected, that means use your you're using your power for. That means you've heard what you needed to hear, and most likely you're using it already, but you're using it where you need to. So part of you feels like you need to do more, but feels like you're doing all you can at this time.
Okay.
There has been other lifetimes when you've been a healer on other realities, where you're very connected to spiritual work, but it feels like you have contracts here to heal. So those days will come when the time is right.
Right. Okay.
So, blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Seems like the theme of the evening is healing past lives. All right. Yeah. Up next, I've got Hazel's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Lyrans. Thank you for visiting us. I'm being monitored by something that looks like a drone in astral. It watches, but also has the capacity to send files that play like movies in astral. Do you know who is operating this drone?"
Feels government, but it's trying to understand you. But I mean, I feel like you're protected overall. Yeah, it's an AI component it doesn't know what you are. So it's trying to decipher your energy. It doesn't feel like it's getting very far because you scramble your energy. It feels like you put codes around you so you can't figure you out. So they feel like it seems like they feel like you're from another planet. But technically you are. But yeah, you scramble your energy so they can't see, they can't understand. So it's like every time they connect to you, they start over again. So I think it's just trying to communicate with you overall. So the name Alvin comes through. That's like the name of the AI, it seems. But if you don't mind it, you can talk to it. It feels like it will move on eventually.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. I had a nice encounter with a pterodactyl brooding over an egg. She didn't say much. She just hung out with her egg, which was beautiful. Do you know if she has any messages for me?
Well, yeah, but I feel that pterodactyl has been you in another reality. So it's like you're seeing yourself. So I believe it's just a mirror of who you used to be. So it's like remembering good times, you can say. So yeah, I believe it's just bringing that joy into this reality. So it's just, because as a pterodactyl being, life was pretty decent. So the energy is coming too. So you're ready to see something. Everybody's ready to see something like that. So that's what we're feeling. And I feel like there's other pterodactyls are talking to you for sure. But the eggs have also been very colored, not like overly colored like you see in Easter, but they have like a shade of blue or shade of red around it. So blessings.
Hey, that's very cool. It's always cool when you see reflections of yourself. All right, very nice. Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Ulie.
Greetings, Lyrians. Is my first question is any messages for me?
Yes, it feels like you're clearing out a lot of archon grid energies. I think you know this already, though. You're even clearing out witchcraft energies from the lower astral. Interesting, though, I see it. Some of it's connected to the Palladians that are doing misguidance here on the Earth.
You're doing misguidance on me?
Palladians are. Well, they're doing a lot, not just you, but others.
Others. Oh.
Feel like you're clearing out the misguidance and doing it on others, not you particularly. I don't think they can get to you. I just feel like you're clearing out false promises, false energies. That's what I see. So you have the protection of the moon around you. I'm not sure if that's helpful, but well, it seems like your energy combines with the moon to protect yourself. So it's like you see the world from the moon's perspective, you can say.
Wow. Okay. And my second question is, I just thought about when my daughter passed away. She passed away with her boyfriend. So I was just wondering how he's doing. His name was Bradley.
Well, she's doing a lot better than him.
Yeah.
So his energy is still pretty negative, bitter. He doesn't always know where he's at. So he's reliving his life here as a spirit being.
Because I felt that he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to like die. And we also been doing a lot, work around Phoebe and sending her love. And
it's working
she
on her.
talks a lot to us. And she recently said that she was in a crystal city or something like that. Is it true?
Yeah,
because she talked to my son's girlfriend, and it seems that she's still healing the part of feeling lonely and like sometimes you want people to give you value, something like that.
Yes, and she's known to give her energy to others too much, give her power. I'm gonna say give her power away, but kind of. Should just do so much for others and not herself. So she's learning that now by dealing with this situation. Because she feels a little bit responsible for it. So like where her boyfriends go, it helps her. She's healing herself, but he's wandering around a lot.
Yeah. So because I feel him sometimes, and that's why I was asking.
When he's stressed out, when he's lost. He comes to you. It's like, hey, why can't you hear me?
Yeah.
Where is she? What's going on? I feel lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much and blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Pretty. Pretty Monae, are you there?
Here I am. Sorry. How are you?
Well, thanks.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here today. And I would like to know, I have been seeing things out of the corner of my eye around the house, and I have been just feeling like a strong sense of something, and I really would like to know what it is that my land or my house or my surrounding area needs for me to know at this time, that it keeps giving me those slight glances.
Yeah, so you are seeing shadow beings. Sometimes you see alien beings. We just recommend clearing out I think you're already doing this, clear out your energy that's around, but
yes.
You're just it feels like you're just opening yourself up.
Okay.
Just gradually
that seems right.
letting them so that this way it's happening is just so you don't get too spooked out by them. So, but I feel like the energies of them will start to increase. You can even see alien beings, it seems like. if you want to say.
Yes, that was my next question. I would like to know what my sky family has to say, because they speak really loudly to me sometimes, and sometimes it's just so much that I can't understand. It's like, I get confused. So I would like to know through you what they have to say to me at this time.
Well,
Thank
yeah, they
you.
talk to you in the sixth dimension. It feels like it's Palladian beings. Some of them are canine beings. It's a little bit of different. There's insectoid beings that talk to you. It's just like you have a whole family of everybody. It's
Yes,
like,
yes, it's definitely a family affair in my head.
it's like, yeah, it's almost like they show like a table of like the Justice League, but it's all aliens. It's
It's
all
so
just,
funny. I always see a round table, and I'm
yeah,
set on having a round table when I get a house,
yeah,
because that's all I ever see is the round table. They say everything has to be round because we all need to be able to communicate with each other face to face. I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
Even
okay.
aliens have superstition. It can be a
That's
square
awesome.
table. It's okay, but others just feel like they're vibrate because the round table, their energy connects and it connects into like a ball, so they can hear each
Right.
other's frequency. So I think they're just excited that you can hear them at all. So, and yeah, they get overexcited. So you gotta ask them, like, okay, I'm glad to see you too, but what do you have to? Is there anything important I need to know? And if they don't say anything, I think they're just saying they're just glad to be there with you or something like that.
That's awesome.
It
That's
would
super
come
cool.
through if you truly needed it. Just whatever you feel from it, Tom. Go by that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. This is
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we got Shar.
Greetings.
yes, greetings.
So I went through a massive shift like 2 days ago, and it was linked in with like the degradation of the feminine, and yeah, like I had deeply internalized my like personal sexual trauma. And I feel like I literally went to hell and rescued like a piece of myself. And I just want to express so much gratitude to you and to all the energies who come in, to Ivan for all the work he does, and to the power of this group, because it's just like I am so much lighter. I'm just like in a different reality now. And it's just amazing. And I'm just so grateful to everyone. And just any messages about that.
Well, yeah, it feels like you've left a part of yourself there that you didn't need anymore. The darker side, like whatever in hell you needed to leave. It was like it turned into ashes. So it's disconnecting the pain and those that cause you difficulty. It's almost like you put their energy where they belong. This is where you need to be. Have a nice day. Like you like a bus stop and you just dropped them off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was brave because you weren't. It's like you kind of reliant. Like you're kind of scared to do that. It seems like in the past.
It was honestly so scary, but through all the channelings that you have done, like I was able to make connections, and I knew how I needed to do it, and I knew what I needed to do. So thank you so much for that.
Welcome.
And any messages from the felines?
Well, it is like you do get this like Wonder Woman energy coming from you. Even that something similar to that world, what's it called, mascara or something like that. It seems like that's I mean, it's like female warriors are connected to that reality, it seems, in your past. So you're overcoming the human, I get travesty. So, and yeah, now it's time for your power to come through, basically.
Woo!
wherever you want it to go. Yeah, just concentrate on the future now, what you are doing. Yeah, just know that you're powerful and just own it. Because before you were giving it away, because you weren't always aware of it. There's vampire beings that are doing that.
Yeah.
So just look towards the future. You can also plan the future, or just keep looking at the future. Things will improve. So
thank you so much to everyone here. It's just amazing. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Very cool. And forward thinking. No more backward thinking, definitely. Up next, we've got Blue's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, the 12. Thank you for being here. Does your Lyran Collective have any messages for me?"
Well, there are crystal energies, crystal realms that you tap into that, yes, you remember, actually do remember a lot of it. Of course, you wish you were in those places, especially with healing abilities, modalities. Basically, you come from a collective that can actually heal people to the highest, to their perfection, heal a body of all negativity, all the negative in their body, and just technically for their body to be perfect, at least, to a certain extent. And you know that energy is with you, and you do it with yourself. Of course, nothing's perfect here, but that's, those realms are being remembered within you. So it's possible more of that will start to show itself to you.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, can you see if there are any dark magic or witchcraft spells cast on me? And if so, how do I break them? Thank you, the 12.
There is some politician energies. Doesn't mean you have to look into politics or anything, but there is a political, manipulation coming from the government to, you can say, assassinate your energy, assassinate your power, because you get too deep, you get too close, you get close to human trafficking energy. So you can connect to those dimensions very easily. Maybe too easily, and they don't like you being there. It's like you go to I would just say, you go to the jail cells where this is all happening. You visit these beings, you release some of them, and then you get energy attacked. So I wouldn't call it a curse, but they're definitely watching you of what you're doing. They can't always catch you, but because you're in the human dimension, they can't really do anything. But you do go there a lot in the astral.
Okay, blessings. Very interesting. Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Premium.
Greetings. So recently I've been having a lot of just kind of feeling stuck, or just feeling a lot of sadness recently, especially when like the end of January and beginning of February. And I just wanted to ask like my higher self, if there's any action I can take for that.
Only thing we're feeling is like a lost loved one recently, or some time ago. Not really showing the timeline. That the energy of that is still there. And this is kind of like the month of mourning. I mean, the month is clearing out, so you're just not always sure of where you're going. I think that's another reason.
I mean, for sure. I'm feeling lost.
Well, if you want to do it on a spiritual level, of course, that's not always the easiest. Sometimes it's better to have something physical you can touch and do, and a hobby or something that you feel like you can bring you happiness. Some people will do video games. Doesn't mean you have to do that, but something to get your mind off of feeling this way. It's going to take some time, though.
And my question is, and my last question is like, for at least for the month of February, what sort of intentions or what should I be kind of setting for myself this month?
Well, we feel this is up to you. Going places doesn't have to be far, just somewhere close. Just going somewhere. Clear out your energy. Could be nature, could be the store, could be just a random place. Like, I just need to get out and do something. That feels like it'll help. Even if you feel like you're not really accomplishing anything, you actually are, by clearing out your energy field. Because there are.
Oh, really?
It feels like there's energies that are attacking you.
Wow. Because I was feeling really hung up on the fact that I feel like I haven't been accomplishing anything, and it's been a big sense, like a lot of self-esteem issues around that. And it's interesting to hear that.
It's clearing out your energy. The beings around you want to make you feel that way. Yeah.
Oh.
Those are more dark entities. They're not attached to you, but they're around. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So clear out the energies around you, going places. Just put in your energy just to clear. Use candles, anything you need to use. Meditation, whatever you feel will work for you.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
But don't feel, yeah, you got, I mean, you can do 6 months of not feeling like you're doing anything, but as long as you're doing stuff, like just moving, living, anything, clear out your energy is what's most important right now.
And that makes a lot of sense. I've been getting a lot of time off work.
Yeah,
like
that's good.
A lot of time off work unusually. So
that's time for you to just do nothing but do something, just anything but just sitting around.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I've got Christy's questions. Her first question: what is mine and Hayden's DNA connection or messages from the tall white Zeta Masters that came through in my drawings last night?
Well, it feels like there is a Pleiadian connection, but that's just to heal the earth. You have obviously multiple connections. Interesting, it's like the two of you have been each other. Meaning you switch roles, you combine your vibrations. It's almost as if, it's almost as if you've been one person at one time. You probably know that already. There's also been clones of yourselves you made in other realities. And it's like you're seeing if anybody can pick out the clone. And a lot of times it's clones did better than you at being yourselves. So they thought you were the clones. So yeah, just a Pleiadian vibration. We'll just leave
it. That's interesting. You'd think that nobody'd be better at being yourself than you, but yeah. All right. Second question. I was taking a picture of each page in my book of the 2222 portal drawings, and a white tube of light was on almost every single page. Who or what was that being and their message?
Well, it feels like, an Orion being. So you can say it's kind of like timelines are coming together. Now, what timelines they are doesn't mean that chaos is over yet on the world, but there are truths finding themselves in here. Not easy. It's hard to, obviously, it's hard for darkness to be released from this world, but it is showing that you are getting energy from the universe. And it shows also there are timelines, like with the dates, where energy can flow a little bit better than other days. Like, because all the days are mixed up, like sometimes 5 and 6, 2, 2. It doesn't always work. When what numbers all line up, like 2, 2, 2, it works easier. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got April's questions. Her first question: I had a channeling session done by Sam the Illusionist of my higher self for my past incarnations and soul purpose. What came through is that my soul originated as a water element on Mars, then a stone, and then a tree. My first human incarnation was said to be in 1707, followed by a few more incarnations leading up till now. Can you tell me if any of this is true? Alien incarnations were not mentioned.
Well, that's like a version. That's that person's version. Yeah, multiple. It feels like a lot of your timelines have been hidden of like your alien connections. So, I mean, there's a version of that is true, but it seems like your original self is difficult to tap into. I don't think it's supposed to be. I mean, you can get a version of it, but you can't get the absolute truth out. Not yet. It feels like it's sacred.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Her second question: any messages from my star family? Blessings and much love to you.
Well, it does seem like there are some Illuminati energies that you're tapping into. Even Sam the Illusionist seems like he's connected to some elite energies, but yeah, he seems to be a little bit overconfident at times. But either way, he's doing the best he can. But Illuminati energies, it feels like you've definitely been part of the more positive timelines of them, but you are healing a lot of, as you know, dark magic that's been brought to the earth through even some of the Pleiadian energies. Some like you're healing some of their deceptions. That even came up earlier today. Well, yeah, eventually the Palladians will be more truth will come out for them over time about what's going on with them. So, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Bradden's questions. His first question: are there any messages for me?
This week, let's see. Not to worry over time. It does feel like abundance is coming. It might not be fully here, but there is a timeline for it. It just hasn't been fully triggered. It feels like you're holding back and making sure you have the right person, people around you for that to occur. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. His second question: are there any other messages for me?
There is a Martian energy that you're healing at this time. You have been cloned in other realities. You might be able to tap into those and be helped by Andromedans. And one of the reasons why you connect to the tall whites because it's difficult to clone a tall white. Well, they can always detect it pretty quickly. They're not naive like other beings. That's one of the reasons why you have a tall white connection because they seem to be a little ahead of the curve compared to other species. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Karam.
Hi there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. So roughly, who am I getting the telepathy from recently? From the guidance, right? Calling themselves we. Is Ascended Masters? Why is it we?
They're just astral beings. They're not really defining themselves completely. They're just spirit beings.
So they don't want me to know yet. All right.
Well, you're very connected to Yeshua's energy, but that's not Yeshua's energy.
No, I could tell because of the we, but
Well, I mean, they have a Palladian frequency around them. So.
Right. I feel like I want to just shut that down, but they just keep telling. It's not like it's bad, but I need to do my own. I used to rely way too much. Now I'm transitioning, and it just keeps coming, and it's messing with my decision making a little bit.
Yeah, closing them off would be a good idea because they're not always making themselves clear. They're a little bit self-obsessive with themselves. They feel like they know what's right. They feel like they're on they're spirit beings, but they also are connected to a ship not too far from the Earth.
So I can shut that out just with my intention. I tried a little bit. I could just keep doing that.
You just keep doing, because they feel like you can connect to them, even when we're trying to speak. We're kind of getting blocked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they feel like you can tap into them, you can read them, and so it's like, oh, well, we're the good guys, but
I mean, they kind of are, but yeah. Anyways,
kind of, but not. Yeah, it's
Well, okay, great.
Connecting humans is a big deal. Channeling through humans is a big deal. So, they don't want to lose that opportunity, but you have the power, though.
I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I only want to keep the Yeshua connection alive at all times. That's the only one I care. Okay, great. It seems like, could you comment? It seems like I'm gonna do work through Christianity, which has a lot of weaknesses, but that I could bring something positive through the truth through Christianity a little bit.
No, that's great. Yeah, it's anything in the Bible or someone in the Bible, like a time period. You can say your version of it because you're healing those time periods.
Yes.
So whatever you want to, it's healing you too. So wherever you want to go with that.
Okay, great. Hey, I feel great. Thanks so much for your help.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again, Lyran 12, for coming in. Thank you. I'm curious about this energy that seems to be pervading on this planet. It defiles not just this planet, but everything it comes in contact with. And this energy feels bigger than just one collective and a lot more ancient. Like it takes on the many faces as it travels through the ages of who's ever in power at the time. And what inspires me, or I'd like to know what inspires this energy, to continue its agenda. Is it like unresolved contempt for creation, or is it something deeper that gives it meaning?
You mean the energy of the earth? It keeps
No,
it doing.
no, this energy that just defiles everything on the planet, defiles the sacred, image of humanity, defiles the planet itself. It just promotes corruption. It's like a faceless energy,
Oh,
but
of
it
course.
just transitions from collective to collective.
Well,
From the beginning of time, it feels.
it wants to show it's more powerful than light.
Right.
It wants to show that it can consume the universe, and in some places it has.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
like
it,
bigger than any of these secret societies, bloodlines. It goes deeper than that. It just feels like it uses these as puppets, and it changes its face. Every age.
there's an archon energy connected to it. It's like the master puppeteers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they have no. Sometimes they have no face. They don't feel like they need to. Just they're being themselves. So
What's their
that's what they're.
place in this universe? I guess people are learning lessons from them, or
Of
their own
course.
darkness through it.
Well, because they consume a lot of positive worlds.
Right.
They thought that world was positive, and it ends up turning into a dark planet instead. So they're just showing the true colors of spirits. You see these spirit people, they say how positive they are, but then they get triggered and they become con people or darkness. They say they can corrupt people.
Yeah. So how do we make peace with its influence here, like child trafficking and things like that?
Well, you just make an example. You be yourself. You yourself not get corrupted.
Right.
That
Pretty much
does a
all you
lot.
can do, right? Yeah.
That's all you should be doing. Just focusing on yourself and how you influence others.
Is it just the fabric of this universe that it's not going anywhere?
Well, it
It's
is
got too
going
many
somewhere.
lessons,
You just don't see it here.
All right.
So yeah, the idea is to make you think it's not going anywhere, but actually it does.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, that's the trick of it. It is working, but you don't see it. So
Yeah, sometimes it feels like, when I hear messages like humanity is learning so much, it's got so much to learn. It's a very kind of, wrench in the system kind of feeling where it's like, are we getting anywhere or just grinding our gears here?
Well, it just is not an easy process because the rest of humanity has not. They're not asking these questions. They're just living their lives with all of this. Like the house is on fire, and they live in it anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm anticipating people to start asking these questions. That's why I want to get an understanding, start connecting these dots to make it easier.
When you have humans that they make their life work, they have their career, and they have their relationship, wherever it is. That's all they need. They feel like they need. So they don't look at the world as deeply as you're looking at it right now. It's like that's the way of the world, and as long as I'm okay, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the majority.
Yeah, I've been there too. I was like that myself.
So
All right. Well, thank you for that. For my second question, do I have any messages for this Groundhog Day?
Yes, you've been a groundhog in your past. I think you're one that ran away a lot. But yes, you're known. You're also connected to time. You've also been a god being of, creating time traveling realities, you can say.
Yeah, I've been feeling those time travel kind of messages, coming in through lately with Ivan's channelings, and if I'm not gonna, I feel kind of weird. If I'm from the future, is it morally ethical to, seed myself here in the past, or is that supposed to be, or that was always like part of, my timeline where I go from the future and I seed myself in the past, so I'm in the future. I don't know. It just kind of feels weird, like you don't want to mess up anything like a butterfly effect when you're not in your time, but is it really your time, and or were you supposed to do everything you're supposed to do to begin with? So it's kind of weird when you start wrapping your head around about the consequences of messing with the past and your future, and if you're going to be able to reconnect with it.
It seems like you need to be here at this time. So it was been calibrated, because you're bringing that energy of justice here to this reality.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like a justice being. Not that you're a sheriff, but you are just one to bring the light through others, for the criminals, for light to become through, be seen through the criminals, so others can see it. So that's why, and you do come from chaotic futures. Actually, they think it's all peaceful realities in the future, but not always.
So in a way, I'm trying to improve my
Yes.
future, and find a better timeline.
Exactly. You come back to a world like this and heal it, so that when you go back to the future, it's a better future.
Yeah, so I'm getting like X-Men vibes here.
Yeah. So it's very, there's a lot of layers. It's not always easy to see every detail for everybody. So.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, to kind of wrap your head around it, but hopefully I'll start getting more clarity on what I'm here to do, my purpose and everything here, and being more open and free and not feeling constricted by, messing with the future, too much, where actually I was supposed to, come here and mess with the future. So I had to make itself more clear, I guess.
So, all right.
Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings to you from Felines. Blessings.